this morning.
Where's Bruce?
Bruno. He was fine this morning in the shower, and then he was like looking like this. He doesn't hide it well, Bruno. He goes like this.
Karen, I haven't talked to him. And I'm not going to tell him.
Here's what he does. Watch. I'm doing the example. Watch.
Okay, Karen.
He just stares like that, just
Karen,
straight ahead.
Please listen to me very
Okay.
carefully. Okay, I don't have anything, and I'm not going to.
Okay, so somebody's told him something because he's freaking out. But
I think you're freaking out. He doesn't know anything.
here's the thing. The secret power of veto is in play. He should not be
Karen.
worried.
Karen, I'm going to stop you right here. We're going to talk this over right now. You talked to me before we went to bed.
Yes.
Okay?
And I told you some good stuff, so now you got to tell me some good
I
stuff.
haven't talked to Kevin.
I want to know real stories.
Kevin doesn't need. When I talk to you, I talk to you, and that's it.
Okay.
I've said that from day one, and it's always been
Yeah,
that
because he does. He goes and tells them.
way. Who tells him? I don't tell him anything.
Kevin tells people stuff, just so you know. Okay, so
I-
tell me real stories. Go back to week 1 and tell me stories about plotting. I
Okay,
want to
listen
hear.
to me.
Kai told you a good one
I
the
said
other
this.
day.
I'm gonna tell you.
Tell me real stories. Don't give me bullshit stories. Tell me real. Tell me real
How do I end
game.
up being the bad guy, Karen?
Tell me
I'm
game
so good
stories.
to you.
Give me good information.
Okay. What do you want to? Okay, so week 1.
Week 1. Okay, so you guys come in and you lie to me and say, okay, we're
Okay, the story's done.
Okay.
The story's done. We're done talking.
Then what happened? Did Netta come to you guys and say, like, how did that all go down? Like you and Netta getting together.
Oh, I don't know. We just started talking.
Okay, and then you knew you couldn't trust Cindy from the get-go. Did you know that? Or did you think you could, but then you saw she was like a cat, she was too squirrely and too big a mouth? Could you tell?
I love our conversations.
Could you tell?
But I just want you to know, you don't have to be paranoid with me.
Could you tell?
Okay? I'm not.
I'm
telling you-
asking you, could you tell?
Yes.
Okay. So she was given limited information because she was too squirrely. And I saw that from the get-go. So day 3, I told you, the implosion. I was like, oh my God, you're the biggest liar. She was going back and forth. It was like, oh my God, get away from me. And Jackie did the same thing. Like day 2 and 3 were like, oh my God, do not trust those people ever. Like I knew that, like day 2 and 3. So that was outed. Like for me, is like, do not go talk to those people, stay away from them. They will blow up themselves because they're just loose cannons. Okay, who else? Did you tried to work with wise guys with Dallas, and then that didn't last.
See, but it's funny.
That was a day 1 thing.
I don't think so.
Well, it had to been.
I don't remember. But it was, to me,
Yeah,
honestly, to me,
yeah.
it wasn't, I think it seems bigger than it was.
Oh, yeah, well, of course, because Mark went home. Of the 5, Mark went home first week, Dallas went home the second week. So that was like trying to work with the girls. Day 2 and 3, it imploded. It was like, okay, that's over. Don't trust them. But my thinking was, like, if Netta didn't come after me, good for me. Like, if Netta left me alone, I wouldn't, say anything or do anything to piss her off or like be a target, just stay out of her way. I could see, who she was working with, because one thing is they just buried themselves for the most part. You guys were all in that flippin' room. You never were not in that room together with the crew, with Netta, and Netta would be in there continuously barking orders. And, that was really transparent. And like, to me, it was really hard for people to have like unnoticeable connection, alliances, whatever you want to call them. I don't know if everybody in this game has named every alliance they've had. Like I told you, I really believe in my heart I've never been in an alliance.
What's the name of the alliance you were in?
Would have been Brigade.
Yeah, I knew that. That's why every time you kept talking about the brigade, I already knew by that point.
Yeah.
But the broad
But
did.
it was short-lived and sad. Like,
Yeah.
I would have loved it, Bruno. Like, as a player and a fan, God, it would have been. But they were all squirrels.
Yeah.
And they all, like you said, Ike and Netta were two type A. Cindy was an absolute trying to play. I yelled at Cindy in the HOH room like a couple times and told her, like, this is why you blew up your game. You got too big a mouth. You play too fast, too hard. You need to settle the fuck down. You know, oh God, she was worse to me than Cass. Like, and Netta was threatened by Cass more. And I thought, well, this isn't gonna work. These bitches don't like each other. How am I gonna work with these squirrels?
Yeah.
Like, it was just bad.
Yeah, it was tough.
It was bad. But, you know, oh, yeah, they're banging. So that was unfortunate. And, you know, I would say to Ika, like, you know, do you think Netta's going to come after, like, you, meaning her, and vice versa? And we knew that that was going to happen. Like, you knew that. Netta was going after Ika, and they were still acting like they were working together, but they weren't. And I was like, you know, if they don't do anything disloyal, but Cindy was always disloyal.
Yeah, Cindy was.
Cindy was never loyal.
Yeah.
You know, and then, like, you know, of course, to me, it was, okay, so you had that 6, and then you and Netta and Kevin were the 3.
What 3?
You know, like another 3 within you guys had alliances within alliances, the way I
wouldn't say me, Netta, and Kevin were 3.
No? You didn't feel like that?
I didn't feel like that. Nothing was ever said. I didn't feel like that.
Okay.
I think you
like
guys
it.
think I was closer to Netta than I was.
Well, Kevin was the close one, and Kevin was really close to you. So to me, that makes it a try, which tries are good. I wanted one. I wanted a try.
Yeah, tries are good.
Try would be a good if people were. Nobody, here's the one thing you don't know. I mean, Kevin was a squirrel too. But had you been true in that first, we'd still be together. Like, had you not done that and we could have trusted each other, it would have been.
I've trusted you. I'm not gonna lie, I've trusted you.
And I never targeted you. And
And I told you I would never put you up. I meant that.
And I
Legit.
didn't.
I would never. We could have gone. I'm just saying, like, if we would have gone all the. I'm not saying final 2.
Is he being serious?
No. I'm not saying
never
final 2,
trusted you.
Karen, but what I'm saying
After that, Bruno, I mean, I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
I never trusted you.
But that's why I was telling you, you gotta let
And I would
each
listen
one
to
go.
you, and you would tell me that, and I'd be like, okay. And you'd walk away, and I'd go, you're such a liar. And I never believed you. I really didn't.
you
Once
should've.
you break my trust, I really never believed you. I
In this
really
game, I'm gonna give you advice. In this game, you have to know what battles to fight.
But I wasn't coming after you.
Yeah, I wasn't coming up to you.
Like, there was other people always coming after you. So it's like, okay, good. Bruno, people were coming after you.
Oh God, yeah.
Okay, so, you
From
know.
literally day 1.
Yeah, so, I
Cass
mean.
was just obsessed.
So, you know what I mean? It was like, if there's people coming after you, it's like, yes, you need to go. Kevin needs to go. Like, I never forgot. Jackie needed to go. Dylan, Emily, Dallas. The defectors, as I called you all, those 6 were on my radar. Those 6 defectors, I have lived, and now, you know, Dylan is, I got to know him in the middle of that, and I really thought this guy would probably protect me. But Jackie, oh God, her and Kevin, both constantly, those were my number 1 and 2 targets. And look, they're both still here.
Yeah.
They're both still here, and those were my 1 and 2s. And I went into the noms and did that. Like, I never veered from that.
Yeah.
But I mean, you're a physical competitor. They know it. I know it.
Yeah, but I'm not. Like, I'm not
And
as
you're
good.
likable.
I think.
You're likable, Bruno. So if you're at the end, if Karen and Bruno made it to the
I'm not
end,
very likable.
Bruno's going to win over me. And I think, okay, well, 20 is okay, but, you know, I'd rather have 100 if I made it all the way to the end. If I had to torture myself through this. I know that then you had more jury members. Like, you know, I've thought about every scenario with everything. And it's like, yeah, you needed to go. it's, you know what I mean? You're too likable, but you need to get rid of Kevin or you're not going to win. I keep telling you that. And you need to get rid of Jackie for sure, because you know as
So
well
you're
as
telling me
there's a lot of
hold on,
people at the
hold on.
end.
So you're
There's a
telling me,
lot of people at the end that aren't going to like people, you know that, and they will not want to give them the money.
so you're telling me I have to get rid of Kevin and I have to get rid of Jackie.
Yeah, but not now, because those are the people you're working with. But I
Oh,
I get it.
Karen.
You can't yet.
Who says I'm working with Jackie?
You can't get him with, Kevin is working with Jackie and everybody else in this house, and that makes you guilty by association.
No, Karen.
Bruno, listen to me.
Oh, but when you spew stuff like that, it destroys.
You can't yet.
Who says I'm working with Jackie?
You can't get him with, Kevin is working with Jackie and everybody else in this house, and that makes you guilty by association.
No, Karen.
Bruno, listen to me.
Oh,
Bruno,
the
listen.
problem. Okay, listen. Usually I let you talk. I'll let you spew all this stuff. Okay. But when you spew stuff like that, it destroys me in my game, because you tell people that I'm working with Jackie,
No, I
I'm
don't.
working with Kevin. I'm
I
not.
have never said you were
Okay?
working with Jackie.
I told you, there's 2 people in this house
Jackie
that talk to
works
you.
with everyone. I don't
Okay.
tell people that.
There's 2 people I talk to in this
I
house.
was not even talking about you to her. I was talking
Okay.
about Jackie.
That's
Why?
fine.
I'm pissed, still mad, of course, that I am going home tomorrow instead of Jackie. Of course I would be, Bruno. Why shouldn't I be?
I get that. That's fine.
So you don't think her boyfriend did it to me? You don't think I'm going to say it? You know me, Bruno. Do I keep my mouth shut? Not usually.
I'm not talking about that. I'm going to be straight with you.
So don't say that I'm
No,
telling
I'm not
her
saying
you're
you're
with
talking to her.
Jackie, because that is a lie.
I'm not saying her. I'm just saying in general.
Okay.
Okay. I don't
Who
talk to
else
Jackie.
do I talk to?
I don't talk to Jackie.
Who do you see me talking to?
It's fine. I don't talk to Jackie. I talk to you. I talk to Kevin. When
Here's what I say to
When I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to Kevin. When I'm not talking to Kevin, I'm talking to you.
I tell everyone, don't trust Jackie. Why does everyone continuously bring that woman back in when her behavior is the most untrustworthy, disloyal?
Aaron, you're preaching to the choir, man. I know.
And I'm on the block.
I know, Jackie.
But you know what, tomorrow, Bruno, and I just told her this, I'm going to laugh. When I go out the door and Bruno and Kevin are still here, I'm going to laugh and be like, awesome. I truly believe that, because it is funny to me that they are whatever they think controlling everything, and Bruno and Kevin will still be here, and the only person that never was going after, blatantly going after them. I saved her from Cindy getting her gone. And this is the repayment. Fuck you, is what I say.
But Karen, I'm not saying I'm going after anybody in particular.
Not,
You know, like,
I know.
I understand.
I know, but you know, it's also when you're sitting.
I understand it's not fun.
No.
I get
And
it.
you've done it before, and we've gone over this. You've been here before, so it's the same rodeo, new horse. Like really, same carnival. No, what is it? There is this circus running unmanned somewhere without people because they're all in here. Okay, so today's the last day. So yeah, I'm not going to be happy today. Okay, I'm going to try to not be too miserable. But mean Karen is pretty mad today.
I know, and I see you looking at me with these eyes.
But
I'm
it's
like,
not you. You're
I
on the
know.
block against me.
I know.
But it's also like, you know why I'm here. You know the distrust of people of why I'm here. You know that, Bruno. Like, let's don't kid ourselves. This has been a continual nightmare with this game. And no, I've never in a season seen more people that don't trust people, like disloyal. It's like fucking insanity. It's like, really? You guys? You couldn't trust. And you, the same thing. You know, like, I told you, I was being totally honest. When I saw you and Kevin walk in from season 3, and then we were in that bedroom, like, to me, as a fan and a player, I thought, oh my God, this could be wonderful.
Yeah,
But
for sure. I legit.
that was short-lived.
Yeah.
And it never came back around. Things don't unwind themselves.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's too bad. But
not-
even without that, I made it to day 48. Even without that, I made it to day 48. And I'm proud of that, Bruno. I really am. But I'm also like, oh, pissed. I'm pissed.
Yeah.
A secret. You know what I've said to myself weeks ago? You know you're going home on an instant eviction. That's what I told myself.
You're not going over an instant.
Listen to me. And the secret power vetoes to me is the same as an instant eviction. I told you that 3 or 4 days ago. It's like when you get railroaded like this, it's like, fuck. And then you even said to me last night, did you think you'd be up? I'm like, no.
Yeah.
But that it all worked is like what fools I'm playing with.
Oh, I feel the same.
I saved her from Cindy, all the lies of saying I was working with Jackie, and Karen is saying and you're going home, and that was all blatant lies. And she was telling her that, and then going and telling you guys and telling her. It was sick to watch. As I was on the outside of the fishbowl watching it, and I thought, oh, you're going home. You have nailed the last nail in the coffin on yourself, chick. Bye. Like, pack your shit. And she walked around so confident and snotty and lazy, never did her dish, and just talked about herself. And I thought, see ya.
Yeah.
Okay, because I can't stand that arrogance. That arrogance drives me more nuts. They're so comfortable. She literally slept 10 times a day and never got called out for it. It drove me insane. She would go in and ask for anything. It like delivery truck would pull up. Oh, she drove me mental. I was like, oh, the Toys R Us delivery truck's here for her. It was just nuts. And just would sleep continuously and never get called out. And I was like, I would shut my eyes to count days and go like, wake up. And I'm like, oh my God, I can't stand this.
So, what you're saying is you have to have your eyes open when you count days.
Totally. If I'm even thinking about the
Just
game,
want clarity on this?
just want to be clarity.
So I have to open up, eyes open.
Wide open.
while
If you
count
shut
days.
your eyes for a second and try to mentally think in your head, forget it.
Yeah. Count days.
Wake
eyes
your
open.
eyes up.
Can I have one eye open?
No. I've tried it. If you don't have both eyes open, looking at the ceiling and talking to yourself, you are getting that wake up call. Like that part of this game has driven me so nuts. The control of that is just, as a 53-year-old that just gets up and does, that is like enough to drive me insane. Like, put me on the crazy bus and send me to the institution. Like, seriously. It was like, okay, like, I'm even thinking about Bruce. It's like, I'm like this. I'm thinking, God, I love you so much. I miss you. But I'm not talking. And it's like, wake up! And it's like, I wasn't asleep, but thank you. I will just remember at all times, because God forbid. Like the last time,
Oh my God.
seriously, was during Kevin's boring story of Lord of the Rings. I did fall asleep and I didn't get yelled at. That was the legitimate, I fell asleep. And I thought, well, what I have to do is bury myself in the middle of people and listen to Kevin's boring ass story, and then I can sleep.
Can you show me how you keep your eyes open again?
Oh, yeah. Like that.
Oh,
Okay,
man.
Karen, Dimitri, Netta.
Oh my God.
It was like, what day is it? Okay, it's April the 26th, 47th day. Right?
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Oh.
Eyes open, Bruno.
Make sure that I keep my...
Face up.
Just have a question here. Do my eyes have to be open?
Okay, so it points out, we'll go like this, and I'll be like, okay, I'm not clear enough. Spread eagle, and I'll keep moving so people know that I'm still wide awake. I'm still crazy and I'm still awake. Oh my God.
Please wake up.
I think they're doing on purpose.
Oh my god.
Don't stop talking. Keep talking.
You gotta run on the spot, Karen.
Keep talking. Huh?
You gotta be running.
I have to be jogging in the bedroom
my
doing
God.
laps. Okay. I have never now.
Oh my god.
Here, Bruno. 1 day, 2. What happened on the second day? I can't remember.
Oh man, that was great. Oh.
Okay, but here's Cindy at all times. Then she'd get up and go to this bed. Then she's doing this. She'd be over here.
Oh. Oh no.
And I'd be like, I'd come in, I'd be like, are you sleeping again? She's like, yeah. Then she'd be over here. Then she'd be over here.
Oh, I love Big Brother.
We go
man.
into the HOH. Okay, I'm
These
like,
guys are the
seriously,
best.
does this woman do anything other than sleep like a cat? She's like the cat.
Oh man.
She'd lay down, she's like, gone. I'm like, oh my God. And you know what she's going to be doing in the jury house? Do you remember in
I
season
needed that.
3 when they showed the reel? She was on the treadmill.
No.
I'm sorry, she wasn't on the treadmill. Risha and Neha were on the treadmill, literally working out in the living room. And Cindy is laying on the couch
Yeah.
and then gets up and wins the 5-hour challenge.
Yeah.
I'm like, unbelievable.
Oh, I needed that so bad.
I know, right? So I need that. That's the only thing that keeps me sane is the hysterical laughing about the stupid shit. I wouldn't be able to do this.
Oh my god. That was gold. Keep moving, eh?
Keep moving.
Keep moving, Karen.
And don't shut those eyes.
So if your eyes are...
If your eyes are shut and you're counting, you're dead, duck.
Oh my god, that was amazing.
Okay, hilarious. Good sense of humor. Oh my God, so funny.
That was so good. So good.
So funny.
You feel better now?
I do.
Good.
But I felt better when I made Dylan tell me the possum story again.
Yeah.
Like, I literally think that he's like, I said, again, it just goes with my theory of who got cast into here, that it's like he's absolutely terrified. And we find it so funny. He thinks it's going to slit his throat and pull his throat out and kill him. And it's like, do it again and tell me how the thing looked.
Oh, man.
And it's the funniest shit. He's like, no, seriously, I think I even peed myself. And I was like, oh my God. What did he call it? He said it was hanging from one claw.
Yeah.
What did he call that? I got to get him back in here to tell me. He said it was doing like a one leg.
Oh, man.
I don't know. Dre, did you hear Dylan's possum story about he thought the possum was going to slit his throat and rip his throat out?
No.
Oh my God, it was the greatest thing on earth. And he was so scared, he was petrified, and we were dying laughing so hard. And he's like, serious, trying to tell us this serious story. And it was like, oh my God, do it again, do it again. Tell me how the thing looked at you.
Oh,
He's
man.
like,
You guys kill me. You kill me, Karen. You kill me.
Bruno,
Oh, my God.
that's hilarious. Yes, that was funny.
Man.
Funny as shit. Oh, I love their sense of humor. Wake up or be prepared
Oh
to
my
face
God,
the
that was
consequence.
so funny.
Or is somebody really already sleeping?
No, I'm pretty sure that was for
Kevin's
you.
probably already
I
sleeping.
think that was for you.
Kevin's probably, and Jackie's already sleeping in
Oh,
there.
I think it was for you.
And Bruce does that, like literally, he walks across the floor. He said his goal, like 5 years ago, was to walk like the cat, drop on the middle, and like go to sleep, and he has perfected it. And me, I know, he's like, you really need to learn to wind down and take naps. I'm like, no. But
Do
here,
you ever nap it like during the day?
never.
Oh.
Like I've taken like 2 in here, Like the last one is like when he was boring me with his story.
Yeah.
And I fell asleep. But like I literally do, I could fall asleep in here because there's nothing else to do. But if there was like movies and stuff to watch, I would watch them. Like don't fall asleep.
Oh,
but
for
I go
sure.
to bed early. You got to know, I really go to bed at like 10:30, and I get up at like, you know, sometimes 5:36. Like I
So you get up like before everybody?
this here.
Yeah.
Most of the time I wake up and, you know, like I'm usually, like I laid in bed this morning about an hour. I could hear you snoring, and I laid in here
I was snoring?
last night and today. I almost said, hey, wake up.
I was snoring.
Well, you make this
Oh, yeah.
a little, like that. Does that sound accurate? Does Em tell you that?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I heard it. And so, you know, and then I usually get up to put my flip. I lay here for about an hour, and then I think, oh my God, it's shitty outside because my head hurts. Like I always know that. Like I can tell it was cloudy and shitty because my head hurts right now. I can always tell when I'm plugged up because of it, because it happened in Calgary a lot. And then I go downstairs, and if the backyard's open, I try to make the coffee, get some ice water, fill up the ice cube trays, and then I go look what it's like outside. And then I try to see if I can compare the clock that I have set on the oven to what I think it is outside, you know. And then I usually come back in, and like the coffee's about halfway done, and then I pour a cup and come back up here. And then like sometime in between, and I'll usually change my battery. Sometimes in between that, they'll say, that's what I always wondered, is like, am I the reason why we have to get up? Because I get up and it's like about 10 or 15 minutes after I'm up, then it's always the wake up call. So I wondered, like, is it because there's maybe something that we don't know, that it's like wake up? I don't know.
No.
Or like why if I
it's
stayed,
because of you, Karen,
I do
I
think it
truly
is.
hate you.
if anybody, I'm just saying, if I stayed in bed, would they let people
You should
sleep?
try it.
Because there's nothing else to do. But if there was like movies and stuff to watch, I would watch them. Like don't fall asleep.
Oh,
but
for
I go
sure.
to bed early. You got to know, I really go to bed at like 10:30, and I get up at like, you know, sometimes 5:36. Like I
So you get up like before everybody?
this here.
Yeah.
Most of the time I wake up and, you know, like I'm usually, I laid in bed this morning about an hour. I could hear you snoring, and I laid in here
I was snoring?
last night and today. I almost said, hey, wake up.
I was snoring.
Well, you make this
Oh, yeah.
a little, like that. Does that sound accurate? Does Em tell you that?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I heard it. And so, you know, and then I usually get up to put my flip. I lay here for about an hour, and then I think, oh my God, it's shitty outside because my head hurts. Like I always know that. Like I can tell it was cloudy and shitty because my head hurts right now. I can always tell when I'm plugged up because of it, because it happened in Calgary a lot. And then I go downstairs, and if the backyard's open, I try to make the coffee, get some ice water, fill up the ice cube trays, and then I go look what it's like outside. And then I try to see if I can compare the clock that I have set on the oven to what I think it is outside, you know. And then I usually come back in, and like the coffee's about halfway done, and then I pour a cup and come back up here. And then like sometime in between, and I'll usually change my battery. Sometimes in between that, they'll say, that's what I always wondered, is like, am I the reason why we have to get up? Because I get up and it's like about 10 or 15 minutes after I'm up, then it's always the wake up call. So I wondered, like, is it because there's maybe something that we don't know, that it's like wake up? I don't know.
No.
Or like why if I
it's
stayed,
because of you, Karen,
I do
I
think it
truly
is.
hate you.
if anybody, I'm just saying, if I stayed in bed, would they let people
You should
sleep?
try it.
Because, Will, you say you usually wake up at like noon, eh?
Yeah, depends. Some period, like I wake up at this, sometimes.
But do you go to bed
10.
really late?
Huh?
Do you go to bed really late?
Yeah.
Like 3, 4?
No, maybe 2.
Okay.
So
No,
if I
4.
know-
No, this is too late. When I go in bed like at 3, I'm like, okay, that was too late.
Okay.
Because I know that I'm gonna sleep a lot in the morning. But
Yeah.
normally 2, I'm trying to go to bed
Okay.
maximum.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I used to go to bed when I was you guys' age. I'd go to bed really late because I worked in the bars. Like after I quit going to school, I worked in the bars.
Yeah.
And so the bars closed at 1, and then you have to clean up and stuff. So if we got out of there by 1:30 or 2, and then you go home, I didn't go
Yeah, you
right
don't go to
to
bed right away, yeah.
No, I'd, you know, maybe get a bite to eat or watch some TV and fall asleep. So I would go to sleep at like 3 or 4.
Yeah, I
and
used
then
to-
I'd get up at like 10:30.
Before kids and stuff, I used to go to bed like 4 or 5 in the morning, 6
Yeah.
in the morning.
So, but
6 in the morning.
Yeah.
But I would never sleep past like 10:30.
See, I would always be tired, and then by like midnight, 11 o'clock, that's when I wake up.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, that's
Well,
how I
see,
was
isn't that
always
funny
that
in
way.
here? Well, I wake up. I'm so tired here during the day, but then once 9 o'clock rolls around, then I'm still awake, and then it's hard for me to go to sleep.
I'm more of a night person for sure. So like midnight, I wake up, and that's like, all right, I'll start watching movies, whatever, play some games, whatever I'm doing. That's when I start. It's
know.
like 11 o'clock midnight.
Me
So I'll start.
too.
I watch 2 movies. It's like 4 in the morning.
But what do you do when you got to be at work? What time do you got to go?
During the summer, I go to bed earlier. In the summer, because I'm tired too, right? Because I work, I'm out in the sun
Yeah.
all day. I'm
You're
working,
hot
I'm
and
tired,
tired, yeah.
come home. Still can't relax. As soon as I walk in the door, the kids run to me. They want to play.
Yeah.
Gotta play.
Yeah.
Like I usually won't even like I'll play with the kids. I'll just take off my work clothes, and then like maybe I'll have like a pair of jogging pants or
Yeah.
something there, and I'll play with the kids. And then dinner, we eat, play a little bit more, put them to bed. Then I'm putting them to bed.
Are you guys in a house?
Yeah,
Why don't you get a hot tub?
that's a good question.
Like you love the hot tub.
They're a little pricey, but
Yeah, but I mean, you should get a hot tub. You love it so much.
oh, man.
And then the kids, like we've always had one. Even when the kids are little, then they'd love it too.
oh, I'd love to have one. Trust
Why
me.
don't you get one?
No.
You need that on your priority list. 'Cause
I'd love
that's
to have
something you'd really get a good enjoyment out of.
Oh,
Like me knowing you, like we barely use ours, and ours is brand new, like 2 years old.
send it my way.
I'm thinking, why don't you get in it? But the one we had before that, you got to remember, the kids were pissed too. They're like, okay, let me get this straight. We had the same hot tub since like 1998 until 2015. We move out and you guys get a brand new state-of-the-art hot tub. I mean, it's got Bluetooth and the fountains
Yeah,
and the
it's
lights.
sick.
And it's got the waterfall.
Oh my god.
Like it is
I know-
the bomb.
Yeah, those are beauty.
And it
There's
was,
Bluetooth.
it's got Bluetooth, it's stereo, it's got the waterfall, it's got these fountains that go like this at
So
the top.
awesome.
So like you sit in it, and the
You have
way
a
that
show.
you get a show, but the way that the property is, you look out and it looks like it's an infinity because you look straight
Oh,
out and the
nice,
lake's
yeah.
across the street.
Infinity
Even when
pools.
you're laying in the pool on the raft and you look like this, it looks like the lake's like
So
right there,
nice.
but it's way across
Yeah.
the street. But the way that it's just like such a beautiful,
Beautiful,
setup. It's a
beautiful.
beautiful setup. Like we are
Nice.
truly blessed. We created that though. None of that
okay.
was there when we bought that
I'm
property.
gonna come sit in your hot tub. Don't worry. You're not getting rid
You're
of it.
not coming.
I'm getting your number.
No, you're not.
I'm getting your number.
Nope, you can call
I'm
Bruce.
getting
You're
your
not calling
address.
mine. Bruce will
Bruce
be
will
nice
give
to
me-
you. I'm not going to be
Bruce
nice.
will give me his number.
Bruce will, but I won't.
I'm gonna get Bruce's number.
Bruce is listening, saying, "Bruno, I am so sorry for her."
Bruce is giving me his number.
And I'm going, "No, you're not. We
We're
don't
gonna
like
set it up.
Bruno." He's like, "We do like Bruno." I'm like, "No, we don't. We liked him in season 3. We don't like him in season 5. We do not like him in season 5. We liked him on season 3.
We like him on season 5.
We do not like
We
him in
do
season
like him
5.
on season 5.
We liked him in season
We
3.
like him on season 5.
No, we don't.
So I'll be in your hot tub hanging out.
No, you will not.
She's gonna wake
I
up.
will be in
Bruno
Oh yeah,
in the
I'm not even gonna
hot
tell her.
Like what?
She's gonna
Who
come
is
downstairs
that?
one day and be like, "Hey, morning, Karen."
I mean, like, oh my
I'll
God.
be in the hot tub.
I had a horrible dream. Bruno is in my hot tub.
Morning,
Oh
Karen.
my god, Karen, I had a horrible dream.
Was I in it?
Yeah. I didn't know
What
if
did
I could.
do?
At first, when I woke up, I was like traumatized. I was like, I cannot say it to Karen. No, you cannot try. I was trying, I was pushing the thing, this
How
scream
about-
and you started that.
You were coming out of there and I got yelled at.
Yeah,
Did you
I've
find
been.
the clue? Was there
Karen,
anything
I've
in
been
there?
yelled at too. You don't
Was there
remember?
a tunnel?
Nothing. That was the freaking
Remember the
thing.
tunnel in the one season? Did you find a tunnel?
In the one season, there were tunnels.
Yeah, remember they went through the tunnel in the hatch door?
I don't remember that.
Through the telephone booth. There was the tunnel and the telephone booth.
Yeah, it was on
It was
season.
between the rooms. Don't you remember? There was a telephone booth, and they went through the tunnel.
I don't remember that.
You don't remember?
But no, they yelled at me too when they
Okay.
said that.
Did you find it?
Karen, I didn't. I was pushing. Yesterday I was in the bridge and I was pulling
Yes.
things,
And?
he stopped that because I was like
Why are they giving our game up? Don't give our games up. We're trying to live here.
Yes, and no, I was
We're
pushing
trying to
this,
find stuff.
and this yell at me,
They
and I
should
was
not
trying.
do
I was like, oh my
that.
god, it's opening so.
They're
it's
making
trying.
you obvious. Stop that!
I was like, shit, Karen's gonna think that because of
Totally.
this.
Totally. You know
I
I
was just
do.
trying.
You know I do because I'm like, what the
No, I knew. I don't.
Because there's another one. The power gives you 2 votes. So Bruno is going to stay tomorrow, and I'm going out the door.
Did you
laugh-
find it,
You
Karen?
laughed at me about the secret power of veto, and I was right.
Yeah, I know.
So
But the
you
second one.
don't- There's not a second one. The power gives you 2 votes. It's the same one.
But why is not like?
Because the person who's on the block has not got it. They're not in jeopardy. So when they vote tomorrow and it says, Karen, you are safe and Bruno has been evicted, the person is going to have to say, oh, excuse me. No, Bruno, you are safe. Karen's going home. And I'm going to be like, I fucking told you all. You suckers. Don't ever not listen to me, you little assholes.
I think you're trying too much, but.
But what? Was I right about the secret power veto? Am I on the block because
But
of the
there's
secret
all the
power
way.
veto?
Yeah.
Okay,
but,
so shut up.
but there's always.
I'm on the block because of the secret power veto that you guys said didn't exist. Shut the fuck up. And nobody thinks this is a big deal but me.
Did you find it? And you're already with Kevin, and like you protect it.
Are you fucking Is he telling you I'm with him?
No, Karen.
I am not with him. I would never. I'm going to run him over with my vehicle when I get out of here. I am not with him.
Oh my
I
god.
am not with him. Stop believing that. You're all paranoid.
We are paranoid. You are paranoid. You're paranoid that
I
that
was
thing's gonna
right.
evict you.
I was right.
Mm.
You know, I said there's secret power veto and I'm on the block because of it. So quit saying I wasn't right. And
No,
that
that's right.
You were worried about my hair was disgusting instead of I was dead as a person. You are a horrible human being.
I said that it was a nightmare, but when I
You
woke up,
said
I was like, what a beautiful dream.
You said the same thing. You're like, oh my God.
Yeah, I had that talk with him. I was like,